Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Juan. I am a yarn addict, hence the name Juan the Yarn Addict, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for stopping by to check out my video today. This is a yarn and crochet channel where we talk about all things yarn and all things crochet, so if that interests you, please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and then of course hit that notification bell to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. Today, my friends, we have another episode of our podcast, Yarn Talk and All the Things. I am super excited to share this one with you guys today because there is a lot to share. So much so that I have everything organized so I don't go too far off of a tangent and we stay the course, okay? So let me give you a brief rundown of today's video and then we'll get started. So first, we're going to have the coffee talk. The next thing we have here is the Mary Maxim Quarterly Crochet Club. I want to give you a whip update on that. Basically, I do have some whip updates. So I have that as a whip update. I have my Granny Square All-in-One whip update. And then I have another update here that I'm working on the side. I have a hat that I made. I woke up this morning and I said, you know what? I want to make a hat just to make a hat. And so I have that. I want to share that. And then finally, I have yarn to share with you guys. So I tried sharing it on my live yesterday. The video just was not giving what it needed to give me in order to share it properly. And yeah, I can't let it fly like that. So I'm going to share the yarn with you. And besides, I couldn't share everything just because it was very, very busy on that live. So here we are. We're going to share the yarn. Okay. So let's go ahead and start right at the top with coffee talk. The comments still keep coming in. I really appreciate them. I don't know if you guys realize how much of a motivator those comments are. It really lets me know kind of where I'm at in terms of like how I am motivating and inspiring people. So yeah, keep them coming. It fuels my caffeine addiction. It helps with many things. So definitely it helps the channel. Okay, so I have some comments here that I want to share with you guys. And then we'll move on to the rest of the podcast here. These are some really good comments, by the way. So this first one here comes from Daisy B. So Daisy B, her comment says, new to the channel and yarn and crochet. Thank you for all that you share. Very simple, great comment. Thank you so much, Daisy B. Like, I'm very happy that you found my channel. I'm very happy that you found yarn and crochet. It has a lot of great benefits, you know, mentally and all the things. It's so good. So continue on your journey. I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you for your comment and thank you for the coffee. This next one comes to us from Naomi. So Naomi says, I enjoy your channel and have been enjoying your humor today. It's just tickling me. So I'm glad that I can make you smile every now and then. I love that. Thank you so much for the comment. And thank you for the coffee. So this next comment is quite long. That's why I chose two short ones, because this one here, I loved this comment so much so that, yeah, I have to read this. So this comment comes to us from Elizabeth. So Elizabeth writes, hi Juan, I just started crocheting in December. And your channel is the first crochet channel I found and was instantly hooked, pun intended. Once I learned you were a fellow purple lover and disliked pink, I knew I was in the right place, LOL. I constantly keep your videos up while I work on my projects. I love your passion and hard work, and you inspire my passion as well. I was astonished by your yarn addiction and didn't understand it until I started making projects myself. Now even my husband gets excited to go to the store with me to pick out colors and feel the yarn and all the things. Both of us are now self-proclaimed yarn addicts, and I get it now. Thank you for all you do and keeping me company through all my crochet journeys. Your friend, Elizabeth. So, Elizabeth, thank you so much for that compliment. I mean, your kind words were amazing. I love that. I love the fact that, you know, you just started in December. I love the fact that, you know, you're going to the yarn store, you're feeling all the things. And the surprising thing, and the greatest thing, honestly, is that you've involved your husband in the process and he likes it. You know, I think that, you know, this is totally inclusive on many fronts, whether it be your other half, a family member, a friend. You know, it's a great way to get other people involved. And That's a huge reason why I'm sitting in front of you guys. Like, I love getting people involved in yarn, in crochet, and all the things. So thank you for your coffee, Elizabeth. Thank you for your comment. Um, this inspires me. It inspires me to continue doing what I'm doing. It's telling me that I'm doing the right thing. And so I'm going to keep pushing. Thank you so much for this. It's such a treat to get these comments. So thank you. Okay? So there's that. The next thing that I want to share with you guys is my Mary Maxim Quarterly Crochet Club. So my New Year's Eve live, I had my mother with me. I shared this with you guys for the first time. And listen, not all whips go great. This is no exception. So I did not move the needle on this one at all, guys. And I'm sharing this with you because I have something to say about this project. So first of all, the pattern requests that we use a letter M. Okay? A letter M crochet hook. Now, the yarn for the project is Mary Maxim Glimmer. Okay? Love the yarn, love the shine, love the feel. I love all the things about the yarn, okay? However, it is a 4-weight yarn. Okay? Most 4-weight yarns, I mean, 6 millimeter, 7 millimeter, but this is a 9 millimeter crochet hook. Okay? I feel, in my very humble opinion, that a 9 millimeter crochet hook is too big for a 4-weight yarn, unless it's meant to be drapey, which in this case it is. But I found out very quickly that I don't like it. There's nothing wrong on their part. Mary Maxim, you know, it's fine. But it's a personal thing. I do not like the drape. No. This is kind of where I'm at with it. The other thing, I shared this in my Facebook group as well. Like, I'm doing stitch counts like you would not believe. Like, I cannot be mindless with this. You have to make sure that you get the counts correct, or else it'll be lopsided. Well, my counts are correct, and I'm still lopsided. So maybe it's a tension issue. I'm not exactly sure, but this project here is making me feel like such an amateur, and I'm not here for this. So I'm not giving up, but I am frogging this. Okay, I'm going to revise it. I'm going to put myself into this by going smaller on the hook size, right? So instead of a 9 millimeter crochet hook, I may go to a 7 millimeter crochet hook. Okay. The other thing is that the pattern, the way they have it laid out, it just doesn't vibe with me. So I'm going to adjust this to make it make sense for me. So I get where they're going with this. It's, you know, a wavy ripple. I get it. But there's a lot of like front posts and all the things. And so I just need it to make sense. I love the colorway. Okay. I love the colors. Let me just recap in case you missed the New Year's Eve live. So this is lavender. It's lavender glimmer. And it's got like the metallic purples all in there. See that? It's really nice. And the colorway actually to me is more mauve, but I digress. Lavender. Okay. The next colorway here is mustard. Super nice. And mind you, the yarns are very squishy. I really like that. It feels great. The next the next colorway is baby blue. And the thing that I like most about these glimmer yarns is the tinsel in the yarn matches the color of the yarn. It's so cool. Love this. So just giving you some specs on this, it's approximately 191 yards, which is 175 meters. It's 97% acrylic, 3% other, and it's probably the Lorex. That's the metal tinsel that you're looking at. It's 100 grams at 3.5 ounces. So I love the colorways. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to frog this back, but because I'm using a smaller hook, I'm going to need more yarn. because I'm going to keep the width exactly the same, but I'm going to have more stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and order more of these 3 colors, and I will update you once I get to that point. But in the meantime, this is where it sits, just like this. I should organize this bag a little better, but I haven't had the time, so that's where that sits. And I want to make sure that this M hook goes back in the hook bin, which, by the way, my friends, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but this is my hook bin. These are all my hooks. So that's where they sit, okay? And my knitting needles and my Tunisian crochet hooks. It's not just crochet hooks. It's literally everything is in there, okay? Anyway, I'll update you guys once I get started on that with the hook that I want to use and all that. So there's that. All right, the next whip that I want to share with you guys is the Granny Square All-in-One. So my mother gifted me 6 skeins of this for Christmas. This is the colorway that she gifted me. It's called Iran Cream. And it's got the beiges and the taupes and the creams and the whites. It's very nice and neutral. She knows I love neutral colors. I love all colors, some more than others. But I'm warming up to it, guys, okay? I keep a skein. It keeps me humble. I look at it every time, you know. We're working on it, you know. It's the icebreaker. Anyway, I love neutrals. So she got me 6 skeins, and the specs on this, I mean, I've done it already, but we're going to do it again. So it's a medium 4-weight yarn, friends, okay? They do recommend a 5.5mm crochet hook. Look at all the colors in there. That's super nice. Isn't that nice? The skein says that it gives 14 granny squares. Honestly, I've been getting more than that in my skeins that I've worked so far. I don't know. It's 100% acrylic. It's 8.8 ounces, 250 grams. It's 417 yards at 381 meters. So there's a thing here. I don't know if you can see it, but it says 1 ball equals 14. See that? And it also gives you directions, you know, that it's an inside pull. So I've been getting 15 squares plus out of every one so far. 15 each, but with extras. And the extra that we get isn't enough to do a full square, but almost a full square. So I don't know if that's just, you know, they have that as like a safety net. I'm not exactly sure, but for sure you are getting 14 squares out of the situation. So out of the 6 skeins, I do have 4 left, which means I have 30 squares completed. And that's pretty amazing considering everything else that I'm doing. I can't only work on one thing. I can't. Not as a content creator. I have to create different things and work on multiple things at the same time. However, I'm not forgetting about this. I'm holding my word to my mother. So I am 30 squares in. Okay, and what I'm doing is working. Okay? Like, it's working, what I'm doing. So how I'm able to pull this off, I'm sure many people are telling you how they're pulling it off. It may be the same, it may be different. I haven't really listened to anyone else. I've done 2 reviews on this yarn, and I've kept my head down and I've been working away at it. So what I do, let me grab a square. What I do is I do my granny square normal here. So I don't do the magic circle. I chain 4, and then I go into the first chain and I, you know, slip to connect. I chain 3, and that chain 3 is one of my double crochets. And then I do 2 more double crochets to finish the grouping of 3, and I do my square, right? And then this is kind of where I went. I had some extras here. So I chained 3, did 2 more double crochets there, and then in my corners all the way around I did chain 2 in my corners, and then no chains in between any of this. Throughout the whole thing, no chains. I just went right into the next space and did my 3 double crochets. Okay? Now, is it perfect? No. See? But I'm not fighting with the color. I'm doing my squares like I promised my mom, and that's it. And I feel that with me just working with reckless abandon, just doing the squares the way I do them, this is how they're coming out, and I'm okay with it. So, I'm 30 squares in, and while they may not be perfect, they're good enough. Kind of like me. I'm not perfect, but I'm good enough. So I like it. All right? So the next update that you guys will get on this is when it's completed and put together. So 30 squares in, I have 4 skeins left. So I'm guessing 15, 30, and then another 30. So I have 60 here, 90 altogether. And that's plenty enough to make a nice size blanket. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. All right. So the next whip that I have here is a hooded cow / infinity scarf. So I'm not completely sold on one or the other, which is why I have both of the names in the thing. I can't make up my mind. So here it is. This is what I have so far. So it's pretty long. All right. So this is what I'm working with here. Okay, and I'm running 2 yarns together. Now, the first yarn is Karen 1 pound. Okay, while I understand that it's not everyone's cup of tea, it is my cup of tea. I've been working with it since I was 15 years old, and I'm not going to stop now. So, I love that for me. Karen 1 pound. I use it because it's economical, and you get a lot for the same price, and yeah, this is just one of many, big value yarns I work with. I do the big twist in the pound. Let's see. I've got the Lion Brand version of the Lion Brand with Love, I think it is. What is that called? Pound of Love or something like that. I have tons of that. I'll show you. Field Trip. Up there in the corner above the lamp, that's all Lion Brand. So I do carry many different kinds of big yarns like that. Let me just adjust you guys really quick. Okay, but my favorite is Karen 1 pound, and I absolutely love it. It comes in many colors, and I only buy it when it's on sale. So anyway, I went off on a tangent. I'm reeling it back in. I'm very passionate about value yarns, okay? If there's one thing that I can tell you guys about me and my channel, I love value yarns. It's not necessarily what you make it with, it's what you do with what you have, and not everyone can afford the high-end yarns. So you buy what you can with what you have and make beautiful things with it. And since I was 15 years old, this is what I worked with. This and Red Heart Super Saver. That's all that, my family could afford. So I didn't really know about Hanks or anything like that until I got older. And then I realized how much they were. And I'm like, well, that's a lot of money. I'd rather buy shoes or something. So anyway, this I ran, I ran 2 yarns with this. Finally, I'm coming back to this. So Karen 1 pound. The color is gray, medium gray, and then I'm running it with Premier's Color Fusion DK. Okay, and the colorway here is vintage. So it's vintage. It's a light 3-weight yarn. I reviewed this on my channel, but I'm going to do it again anyway. It's 3.5 ounces at 100 grams. It's 325 yards at 298 meters. It's 100% acrylic. And they recommend a 4 millimeter crochet hook. My apologies. A 4 millimeter. But when you run these together, the Karen 1 pound, which they recommend a 5 millimeter crochet hook, and this is a 4mm recommendation. When you combine them together, a 6mm crochet hook. Okay, so that's what I'm using. I am using a 6mm crochet hook, otherwise known as a US letter J. That's what I'm using. And here is where we're at with it. So I started out my pattern with half double crochets, and then instead of doing front posts around the actual stitch, I went into the heads of the stitches. So instead of going around the stitch down here, I'm going through the holes at the top. And what it's doing is it's creating this little effect here. See that? So I did like 6 rows of that, and then I went to your standard half double crochets, and I'm going to alternate. So yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay? So where I'm confused at, well, not really confused, but I'm unsure, is that when I go to connect this, right, do we do a hood, just imagine it with me, a hooded cowl, or just do the infinity scarf and take what's left over and make it a hood? I'm not sure. Maybe I should go further along before I find out. But that's kind of where we're at. Okay? Love that for me. All right? So that is something that I'm working on. And because I'm working on this, guys, I was inspired to create yet another infinity scarf, right? But I'm using exclusively Premier yarns. So I am going to be using Premier Poppy. And this colorway here is, what is the colorway? Quarry. And then I'm going to be using Premier Basic Super Bulky in the color Aran. And then the colorway Gray. So I'm going to alternate between these 3 and create an infinity scarf. And maybe it'll be thick enough to be able to do a hood as well. So we'll see. But I'm truly excited to work with these and to do a tutorial using exclusively Premier yarns. Super excited about that. As you're well aware probably, I am an affiliate with Premier Yarns, and so I'm inspired to do a tutorial using Premier Yarns. So there's that. Okay, so now I want to talk about my hat. So I woke up this morning and I wanted to make a hat. Now, all of my beanies and things are traditionally made from the crown down, right? I haven't made a regular traditional hat using the regular method. Well, nothing's regular, but the back and forth and then you connect and all the things. So this is what I have. It's super nice. I don't have a name for it because it's just your basic hat. But the colorway I got here, it's called Steel. And it's a discontinued yarn from Hobby Lobby. And what I did was I chained 45, and then coming back, the first 5 stitches were single crochets, and then everything else is half double crochet in the back loop. And then I just joined everything at the top. It's very solid because this is where all the single crochets are, and it comes down. Super nice. So let me go ahead and put this on for you. So there you have it. So I did 45 across, 5 stitches in single crochet, the rest of it half double crochet, and then I did 40 rows, and then I connected it by doing a slip stitch all the way across. I disconnected it, sewed in my ends, and then I weaved across the top and pulled it like a laundry bag, knotted it, and then went ahead with my darning needle and sewed it shut. Simple. and it used very little yarn. I mean, our the traditional Hobby Lobby yarns, I mean, no more than 300 yards, right? And I still have half of a skein left of this. So I literally can make another one with what I have left. It's so awesome. So anyway, I made this. So this has actually inspired me to make some more like this, because I do get comments and requests via email for hats like this. Now I know this is not really a popular thing, as opposed to beanies. You know, you start at the top and you work your way down and you're done. But a lot of people are asking me for these, so I'm going to go ahead and make these. I'm going to come up with different designs, and it's going to be all the things. You're going to love it. So I don't have a name for it. I don't think it should have a name. I mean, I don't know. It's a hat. It's a hat, friends. You know what I mean? It's cold outside. It's snowing. We have a hat. Okay? So there's that. But you know what? He has a name. His name is Matt. It's short for makes all the things. M-A-T-T. Makes all the things. So his first name is Matt, and his middle name is Oscar, because Oscar was going to be his name. So was Hans. So was like all the other things. But yeah, Matthew Oscar. So Matt. Matt with a hat. So he's going to sit right there. Oh, and by the way, you guys do know this is my favorite one. This is Crystal's Stitch Sampler over at Bag O' Day Crochet. You guys know who she is, obviously. We all do. But, yeah, this was her Stitch Sampler hat. And what I did was I alternated the colors, just to showcase the stitches, because every single situation that's going on here is absolutely perfect. Love it. Love every piece of this. Hold on, Matt. I need to put this hat on, Matt. I'm talking to him like he's a person. Sorry. I mean, I love this for me. Okay? Look at how amazing that looks. The houndstooth. It's the highlight star stitch. I mean, I talk so highly about this every time I put it on. Here, Matt, you can have it back. All right. There. Let me turn them this way. So, there. Hold on. Stay still. Okay, there we go. Matt with the hat. No, I don't like him like that. I like him like this. Okay, so anyway, that's my favorite hat. And, yeah. It sits right next to me because it's my favorite. Anyway, what I want to do is a 2.0 version, my own version of a Stitch Sampler. So stay tuned for that, my friends. Stitch Sampler 2.0. I'm not going to name it that, obviously. It's going to be something else, but it will be my version of a Stitch Sampler. It's going to be all the things, I think. We'll see. There's so many stitches out there, guys. Like, who knows? But I definitely want to do something. You know? I love hats. Okay. So, let me place you guys on a brief hold. I'm going to clear the table, and then I'm going to show some yarn. Okay? Just give me 1 second. Okay, friends, so I am back. I've cleared the table. I have everything prepped to show you the yarn. So I went to Joann's yesterday before the live, and I needed to take advantage of their sale. So they've been having a great sale going on lately, and I've shopped that sale several times, but I just wanted to make sure that I stocked up while the sale was still going on, because I don't know what the next sale is going to bring. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you the yarns. So first and foremost, there is, like, all their yarns are on sale, right? If you order online, you get an additional 20% off. So I got this sale price plus an additional 20% off. So first I will show you this yarn here. It is the Chiron Colorama Halo. So original price is $11.99. It's on sale right now for $7.99. And I got this after the 20% off for $6.39. So I got 2 of these. Super nice. First time showing this on the channel. Well, I've shown this on the live yesterday, but first time going through all the things. So I'm going to share that with you. It is a bulky 5. They recommend a 6mm crochet hook. It's 71% acrylic, 18% nylon, 11% polyester. It's 8 ounces at 227 grams. It's 481 yards, 440 meters. So the washing instructions, it's machine washable and dryable. So that's cool. And, you know, one of my New Year's resolutions was to not call my yarns hairy. So I'm holding true to that. It's very fuzzy. See that? See the fuzz? Apparently, many people like that. So I put it in the bag for a giveaway. Our winner won that one. And so I have some here for me because, like the pink, I'm trying to learn to work with things and maybe I'll warm up to them. So let me reach over here, excuse me. Here we have the Chiron Colorama Halo, and I believe this one here is called Nutmeg. Nutmeg Frost. This is more my vibe. The muted colors. Love this. I love how it feels. I'm not particularly fond of the fuzz, but that's okay. I know that's how this comes. So let me just work with it, and then I will update you on my experience with it. So you have my first reaction, right? I'm not a fan of the fuzz, but I may like it after I work with it. So we'll see. But it feels amazing, right? It feels great. And so I have 2 cakes of that, $6.39 each after the 20% off and all the things, right? So that's that. I'll set that back there. I keep this on my table because I'm trying to think of something to do with this. There is a content creator out of Colorado that featured this on her channel. It was a corner to corner, and she joined them together to make a really awesome blanket. So I may follow her tutorial on that. So stay tuned on that. Okay. So the next thing that I have here is the Hue and Me. So I bought a whole bunch of this last week. I bought maybe 5 different colorways, I think. Well, I bought the rest of the colorways. So now I have every single shade that they have, and I have about 8 or 10 of each. So the ones that I've shown before are in the other room, but the shades that I got yesterday are right here. Let me just do a one for you and a one for me. We have a slight leaker here. That's okay, I'll hold on to that one. I'll show you the good one. So this one here is Line Brand 2 of Wands, You and Me. Okay, it was a partnership deal. At first glance, it's so nice. Just look at that. So nice. So anyway, it is a bulky 5 yarn, friends. They recommend a 6.5mm crochet hook with this. It's 80% wool, it's 80% acrylic, 20% wool. My apologies. It's super nice, this feel. It's machine washable and dryable, friends. And it's 4.4 ounces, 125 grams. It's 137 yards, and it's 125 meters. And the colorway here is called Peacoat. So it's like a midnight blue. It's really dark. Love it. So I can't hold them all, but I got 8 of them. And I don't have a specific reason why I bought them other than the fact that I wanted all the colorways. I'm a true yarn addict, friends. I'm a yarn buyer. I love buying yarn. So I exercised my full right to buy yarn. So I went ahead and bought all the skeins. So I have 8 here. 8 or 10? 8. Okay. So I have 8. And I have this huge box in front of me here. It's the box that I showed on the live. It's huge. So it's right there. The next colorway that I have here is called Magic Hour. Love this. It's like a blue-gray, and I have 10 of these as well. So that's nice. And you know what? These colors complement each other, my friends. I'm going to keep one out because I'm going to share the color story between all three. So this is like a blue-gray it's giving me, like a blue-gray. And then the third colorway that I have here is called Ozone. So it's like a very light gray. And I got 10 skeins of this as well. The sale, my friends, okay, the original price is $8.99. Okay? On sale right now for $3.99. I don't know when it ends, if I'm being perfectly honest with you guys. $8.99 the original price, $3.99 on sale, okay? And this is an amazing price. They took another 78 cents off of the $3.99. Wow. So that's the colorway that I was looking at. These were the last three. Now, when I purchased these last week, they didn't have these in stock. So they were stocking the shelves, and I snatched them before anyone else could. So altogether, 30 skeins. 10, 10, 10. All right. So it's the rest of these here, and then I have the rest of them in the box. Okay. So now I have here the Big Twist Value Pound. Okay, so original price $11.99. On sale, let me just grab this. Yep, original price $11.99. On sale for $6.99. And then I got another 20% off of that, my friends. $5.59. Okay, listen, you just heard me earlier rant about the Caron 1 pound. Okay, Caron 1 pound is also $11.99. And as I said, I've been using that for many, many years, 20 years. Okay, they didn't have this many colors back then, but you know, I've been using it because it's all we could afford at the time. It was $5 when I first started using it. It was $5, $4.99 at Woolworths. And Red Heart Super Saver was the other one that I used. Those were the only two that I used. And so, you know, I swear by it, although some people don't like it. I use it because, you know, humble beginnings. I never forget where I came from. I love that, you know. So I still use it to this day, and I encourage people to get this because you can make more things with, you know, value with more yarn. Anyway, I also said earlier that I love having lots of yarn for a very good price, a deal and a steal. And my friends, $5.59 for a pound of yarn plus is a deal and a steal. Whether you like this yarn or not, you're getting over a pound for $5.59. If you like crocheting, you'll figure out a way to like this. You'll figure it out for $5.59? Absolutely. Order it online, and you get it for that price. Pick it up in the store. Okay, so this particular colorway is cream. Super nice. I'm probably going to cake these up into smaller cakes just to make it easier to manage. Yeah, so cream. And then we have here watermelon. I'm embracing all shades of pink, guys. New Year's resolution. I think I'm doing an amazing job so far. Yeah. Keep the positive reinforcement coming. I appreciate it. So the next colorway I have is cerulean blue. I use that word a lot when I talk about colorways. Cerulean blue. It's very official. I love that word. Cerulean. So, yeah. Light blue. Cerulean blue. All right. And then the next colorway I have here is mustard. I love a good mustard. French's. Store brand. Doesn't matter. Mustard. Okay. Love that. And this next one here, my friends, is light gray. Now, one thing I will say about Big Twist Value Pound, they don't have as many colors as Care on 1 pound. But a deal and a steal, my friends, is a deal and a steal. Like, get what you can with what you have and make the best of it, is my thought process. You know, now I'm in a place where I can afford those more expensive yarns, but I love using a good value yarn and seeing what I can make with it. Because some of the best blankets projects, I mean, have come from value yarns. So don't ever sleep on these value yarns, friends. They may not be your cup of tea, but they're definitely someone else's drink. Mark my words. Okay, so let's move on here. The next yarns that I have here to share with you is the Big Twist Carousel. Now, I tried showing these on my live, but the video, it was absolutely horrible. So here we are. We're going to take two. Much better, much clearer. So this is a medium 4-weight yarn, my friends. It's 170 yards. It's 156 meters. It's 3.5 ounces at 100 grams. Super nice. And the colorway here is called Ocean Floor. And it's giving me puzzle vibes. And I'm here for it. I really like it. I mean, there isn't much yardage, but it's okay. You give me a good colorway, good quality for the money. How much did this cost? So the original price is $6.99 per skein. On sale for $3.99, my friends. Yeah. This is I mean, another 20% off of $3.99. You can't beat that price. So I got 6 of these. So these 3, and I got these 3. Okay. So again, these make great anything. I mean, go over to Bag A Day's channel and look at all the things that she's made with all these kinds of yarns. You know, even though I create my content thing, I still shop her catalog for projects. So feel free to go over there, check out her things. It's great. She did a Ruana in, can't remember exactly which yarns that she used, but I mean, she's done many things with puzzle-esque type yarns. Please check it out. Okay. The next one here I have is Big Twist Party. Now, I've reviewed this. I've shown this on my channel. But I have more colorways. When I see a new colorway, I have to have it. Yarn Addict. Can't help it. So, do a 1 for you and a 1 for me. Isn't that nice? It's so good. It's 3.5 ounces at 100 grams. It is a medium 4-weight yarn. It is a thinner, it's a thinner 4-weight yarn, my friends. But nonetheless, there's meat on the bones. It doesn't go flat. I would say it's a super thick 3-weight yarn. It is bordering on, yeah, it's teetering between 4 and a 3. But this is a very thin 3. Okay, it's 240 yards, 220 meters. It is 100% acrylic, and it is machine washable and dryable. And it feels good. It's squishy. I love that for us. The hook recommendation is a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, otherwise known as a 5.5 millimeter letter I. I think I said that wrong, but yep, 5.5 millimeter US I9. Okay, there we go. And so the sleeve comes in sleeves of 5. Let me just get this back in here. It comes in a sleeve of 5. Okay. Now yesterday I tried showing this, but I could not find the color name, so I think it just is requiring me to open this up and actually look a lot closer. And sure enough, it was in a place where I couldn't see it. So this colorway here is called Storm Cloud. Let me give you 2, because when it's nice, we got to show it twice. Look at that. Storm Cloud. Medium 4-weight yarn. All the things. These work great by themselves. They also work great with a solid yarn. You could even mix all of the different colorways of the party. Maybe do like hexagons and connect all the hexagons and just do like all the different colorways of this party line. So there's tons of ways that you can integrate the colorways of a yarn line by using all of them and then do patchwork. It's a great idea. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing with these yarns. If I don't have a plan for them, they're going to be part of giveaways on Sundays. Okay? So, that, my friends, wraps up all the yarn that I have to share with you guys. And that's all I have for today's podcast. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please feel free to give me a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then hit that notification bell to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. That's all I have. Until the next one, guys, take care. Bye-bye.